You're tuned in to the Chocolate Baddie Show. This is Mary's Music right here on iLLANOiZE Radio, and I'm live and lit. All right, I got Terry Roseland in the building, and I got my girl Erica Monet in the building, man.
Yes,
how y'all
sir.
feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here.
Feeling good.
Thank you for coming. You know, it's your first time here. You know, Erica, she live here now at this point.
I told
I'm
you.
trying to move in too. Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I already done put my coat down in there, so it's real. I'm telling you right now. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Flex and Oxford too. I fuck with him.
Yay, shout out Flex.
Yeah, I like
man.
that joint. That was a good. I like that song. It caught my attention.
For sure.
Period, man. I better go stream that. So let's talk, Terry. Let the world know who you are, where you're coming from. Introduce yourself.
I'm Terry. I'm from Roseland. My name is Terry Roseland. I got a podcast called the Terry
Double
Roseland
entendre.
Podcast. I got a website called TerryRoseland.com. Terry Roseland on everything. IG, Twitter, everything like that. So I'm a co-owner of FC Network, which is a podcast media group. I do all the everything on the creative side. My partner TJ Alexander do everything on the business side. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to start up a podcast, do a show or something like that, you can reach out to us. Also co-owner of Forever Clothing, which I have on right now. And also the owner of Roseland Printing. So, and I'm also a teacher. You know what I'm saying? So
A man that
that's my
wears
day job.
many hats, man.
Wow.
Look, listen,
That's my day
baddies.
job.
We love to see it, okay?
For 2 more weeks though, I'm finna stop teaching.
I was just about to say, what subject was you teaching and what grade?
I'm teaching bro. You know I'm young and black. They got me in front of everybody, bro.
That's good,
They got me in
though.
front of everybody.
That's
Okay.
good.
Different times. You know what I'm saying?
What made you want to actually go back into the schools and reach out to the youth?
I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I never planned on going to college. I didn't go to college till 4 years after high school. It just wasn't something something I wanted to do, and I kind of needed to get out the city. Ended up in Carbondale, seeing people smoking, getting high every day, and getting college degrees. I'm like, wait, this shit must not be that.
Yeah.
I was like, this must not be that hard. So I'm like, let me pick a major, and I picked something that I felt like I would be interested in. You know what I'm saying? And something I felt like I could get up and be excited to do every day. And I picked the right one because I actually loved it. You know what I'm saying? For a while, I think now the system is really showing itself, and it kind of limits the way you can help kids in certain ways. So I'm like, I might need to, move to something else. You know what I'm saying? Still stay connected with the kids. And I coach boxing too, so.
Okay. So you actually went to school for education?
Absolutely. I got my bachelor's in education.
Okay.
That's what's up.
And so from that, wow, that's interesting. Because I really thought you went to SIU for communications.
That's
No.
what I thought too.
No, I never was in front of a camera before until 3 years ago. Like, if you would have told me I would be in front of a camera, I would have like, nah, it's not me.
Wow. So what made you want to actually tap into media?
I got to give 100%. I mean, I shot music videos before I started college. Like, before Keith was a thing. This is back when, like, Louis first, you know what I'm saying, was on the scene. So that was my first introduction to media itself. But as far as being in front of a camera, my partner, TJ Alexander, had the idea of a podcast. I didn't know what a podcast was. He had the idea, like, man, we should do a podcast. We always have these interesting conversations. And I started it, and I just so happened to be good at it. You know what I'm saying? People actually was receiving what I was saying and really rocking with me. So I was like, and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me just take this all the way. I see how much money in it. You see how these people getting these deals? Crazy, man.
I was just telling sis about that too.
She
man.
definitely was.
I was just putting up on game. Like,
shout out to Roy and Mall Academics. $1
million worth of game, drink champs.
Bro.
I didn't
They
even realize that. I was
checking
just
the
telling her
bag.
that when we was right before the show started. I did not realize like how
Crazy money.
much money is put into these podcasts and all of these different people that's doing all of these different, like, interview related. You know what I'm saying? Just interviewing, talking to artists, just regular degular, and making so much money off of it. It's just like, damn, I didn't know that that money was looking like how it was. I really didn't.
It's different.
Yeah, it definitely is different. So how do you balance, you know what I'm saying, like just managing and owning different businesses and still doing a 9 to 5? How do you balance your day-to-day tasks?
Well, like I say, I am quitting 9 to 5 because it's in the way at this point. And it's probably the thing that make me the least happy at this point. But I think the biggest balance, bro, I could give you a million things. Wake up early. That's the biggest thing. Wake up early, have your couple hours of solitude to get your mind right, and then go attack your day, how your day planned out, how your week planned out. But also learn how to say no. That's the biggest thing. It's like,
That's
keep your
facts.
plate balanced. Like, don't put too much on your plate. A lot of people, I got the print company, people ask me, can I get this? Can I get that at the last minute? And I do it. And then I ain't thinking about everything I really got to do tomorrow, all the other stuff I said yes to, and now I got to disappoint somebody and be like, nah, you know what, I can't do that. So it's just like the biggest thing is know when to say no. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man,
nah,
that's
bro, I can't
facts,
do that.
man. That's real.
You know
Definitely got to protect your peace, especially when you in this industry, because it can become very overwhelming quick.
Crazy.
What's up, y'all? It's your favorite chocolate baddie, Mary J. And make sure y'all turn me up every Thursday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. right on iLLANOiZE Radio. I'm live, I'm lit. It's a drip with the Chocolate Baddie Show. It's Mary's music. And you know I'm bringing all the sauce. So turn me up.
So before we went on break, you was talking about jumping into the media industry and stuff.
Facts.
So the name of your podcast, I actually checked out your podcast a couple times and I had the pleasure to come on the show. Definitely. And one thing I can say, it always had my attention because the topics are so juicy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like every time I be listening, and I think for me, like the guests you have on the show bring a different perspective every time.
Facts.
What made you want to actually do that type of podcast? Like the whole story time brand is just, you know, it's unique. Like y'all, he be taking movie clip pictures and shit and making it the cover art.
Facts. I think for me, like, I just know how to tell stories. And I didn't realize that was a talent. You know, you're a kid. Talent is like, can you sing? Can you rap? Can you dance? Can you play basketball? Like, so I didn't know that, like, articulation and telling stories was a talent. But, like, today, like, okay, like, for example, somebody could have got a boot on their car, and they'd be like, damn, I walked that car, got a boot on my car. I know how to tell a story to the point where I'm going to draw you in. Like, I woke up, man, it was nice as hell. I'm just kind of fake you out. Like, it was nice as hell outside. I just got some pussy, ooh, XYZ. I walk outside. Like, I just know how to draw you in and tell a story. So once I realized I kind of had that gift, I'm like, I could do a story about anything. So let's do story time, get the people involved, have them call in, tell the stories too. You know what I'm saying? Like, just rock out like that. It was easy for me.
That's what's up, man. How do you depict what guests you gonna bring on the show?
I kind of I try to go off of what I've seen of them before. So if they not in the media space, when they in the media space, it's easy because I know you know how to talk. I know you're not going to freeze up in front of a camera. It's just about how open are you going to be. Because my show was like transparent. I don't even want to call it like X-rated and get a wrong impression, but it's like very transparent. Like, we going to talk. I'm going to ask you. If you say something reckless, like, I don't know, I'm going to just ask you everything that come to my mind. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it might be.
No, literally.
Yeah, like, so... I choose people who I feel like I know going to be transparent. I know they're not going to freeze up in front of a camera. And that's all I need. I could lead the conversation from that. You know what I'm saying?
What's the hardest episode that?
By far, the one that we just dropped yesterday on addiction.
It's recent.
Yeah, we did one on addiction. So a lot of our topics be, you know, dream chasing, a lot of relationships, a lot of sex. But we do our serious topics too, and addiction was a tough one because, you know, I'm in therapy right now, and I kept it transparent about what my personal addiction is. And, you know, a lot of people take it lightly, like, my addiction is sex. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people take it like, if you say that, like, oh, if I say it to a woman, she gonna take it as like, oh, you just a freaky ass nigga. You just like to have sex a lot. That's just like, nah, like,
so you the
it
typical
could be
type
an
of
issue,
nigga,
right?
Nah, like, a lot of people, everybody just like to have sex a lot. We all like that, but it's an issue when you're using that as a coping mechanism. Or when that's the only thing that make you feel validated and when you feel in a certain way. Like, that's not okay. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's normal either. So,
yeah,
talking about that in front of a camera.
Deep.
Yeah, I was about to say, I need to probably tune into that. I feel like addiction is something that we really don't really talk about in our generation on a serious tip. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, we can joke about it, like, if people got parents that got addictions or family members or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or even, like you said, personal addictions, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I just feel like that's something that we as a young black generation, we don't really look too deeply into or feel comfortable about talking, you know, when it comes down to talking about it on camera or behind a microphone, you know?
And a lot of that is like, we don't see, like, we feel like if we don't do it often, it's not an addiction. But anything you're using is a coping mechanism instead of dealing with your true emotions and what you're actually feeling right now is an addiction. Because if you look at it, like, let's say life is good, but every time you got a problem, you just want to drink, right? But you don't got problems often, so you don't drink often. But if you ever do got problems often, you're gonna be an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? So it's an addiction now. You gotta address it now.
Really addicted to weed,
and it's a lot of men and women out here, sis, that are real life.
I joke about that all the time. Like I be like, I don't care. I might be a little addicted. I don't care. Well, you know what? Damn, I might have to watch that episode.
I think it becomes so like normal to our lifestyles. No matter what it is, sex, drinking, smoking weed, whatever it is. I feel like
overworking, overeating, oversleeping, like regular stuff though.
That you're not even seeing. Like it might be natural, you know what I'm saying? Because you've been doing this for so long. Whatever it is, it's like you don't even realize. Damn, I'm probably fucked up, and mentally, I'm probably really fucked up.
2K, Call of Duty, all of that.
And you wouldn't even think of stuff like that though with guys. You know, like just playing something simple as just playing the game all the time.
I know guys are addicted to 2K. Like niggas in they damn game.
I know it is. Yeah. It's y'all be tweaking when it comes to the game.
Biggest addiction for everybody right here. Like this thing right here.
That's a fact.
That's true. That's
so
true.
after even sharing that and getting deep on the how did that make you feel to get that off on your show?
I'm very transparent all the time, but I be transparent about stuff I don't care about talking about because I'm just an open book anyway. But that was tough though. Like that was tough because that's just not something that it kind of showed weakness. There's a lot of stuff that I've done in the past that I'm cool with. I've forgiven myself for, so I don't care to talk about it. Like somebody could bring it up later. It's like, okay, that's out there. The world know that. I ain't tripping on that. I grew from that. But that's something that I'm kind of currently dealing with. So it's kind of like, you know, it's harder to talk about because I haven't grew from it and I ain't 100% comfortable with it. You know, I'm working on it. I'm in therapy about it. I do sex fast and stuff like that, but it's just different. You know what I'm saying?
Man. When it comes down to that though, with the podcast and you just saying that you had the whole addiction episode, how do you feel about just like the comments and like your audience and what people saying, like probably, you know what I'm saying, after you upload this stuff? Do you let that bother you at all?
Nah, I mean, I'm pretty sure some of the comments gonna bother me when I drop the clips, but I try not to read comments on one hand because it's like it could get real nasty, but at the same time you do want to read the comments that's showing love and reply to those.
Facts.
But I know that most of it gonna be encouragement because it's very transparent, and I feel like most people, anybody with a heart beating is gonna be like, all right, that was some real,
exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and a lot of people probably could relate to it. There's a lot of people who got that specific issue that probably haven't identified it and might watch that and be like, damn, that might be a problem for me.
Facts.
You know
That's real. Saying? That's real.
Man, well, you definitely strong for, you know what I'm saying? It take a lot of guts to get on air, you know what I'm saying? And get in front of the camera and start, you know, sharing your personal stuff. So I salute you.
Yeah, that's growth and maturity.
Yes,
growth and maturity
somebody
for
just
sure.
Gonna listen to that and it's actually going to help them deal with whatever addictions that they going through. So
hopefully,
you know, it's definitely inspiring.
What's up? It's your favorite chocolate baddie, Mary J. And if you like any of the bangers I'm playing tonight, you can keep up with all my baddie bangers playlists on Apple Music or Spotify at Mary J. That's Jhay. And on YouTube, Chocolate Baddies. Turn me up. You already know it's lit.
But like we said, man, it's your girl Erica Monet. I'm in here with my girl Mary J, and we got our special guest, our boy Terry, in this thing.
Yo.
Man, it's feeling real good. Just recently before the song, we were just talking a little bit about his podcast and about his whole, he had an addiction subject for the podcast, which is pretty dope. And just to tie that into what we were just talking about when the song came on, we were just saying how that goes back to mental health. So one thing I want to ask the both of y'all is that when it comes down to mental health, how do y'all handle it? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all view therapy overall right now?
I'm in therapy every week, faithfully. I wouldn't miss it, whether I got problems or not. If life going good, I'm still in that.
Yeah, facts.
It just give you perspective, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people got their own preconceptions about therapy, but we all need a higher level of self-awareness, and that's what it gives.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we think that we one way, and we might not be all of that. We might be some of that, but we might not be all of that. You know what I'm saying? There might be more to us than that. And I think that therapy kind of uncovers a lot of that. It take a lot of masks. We put a lot of masks on from the time we children because of the environment we in. So it's like you've been acting a certain way since you was 11 because you had to survive in this environment till you feel like this who you are, but it's really not who you are. You know what I'm
absolutely.
And I feel like therapy gonna make them connections. Like my therapist be telling me some stuff that be like, damn. Like,
that's crazy.
Have you ever left a therapy session and you just like, damn, she just read me.
All of them.
They just did that. Like you said, just going back to that whole making you reflect on things that happen in your childhood and how it shows up in your personality and characteristics and actions.
Yes.
And today, just how everything correlate. That shit just is like, learning about that for me in therapy was just like very just relaxing. Because I got a better understanding of myself.
That's good. See, and that's one thing. See, I'm sitting here with two people, y'all. They got therapists. I'm trying to hop on the therapist wave for sure, because that's one thing that I have never been introduced to throughout my childhood. Never really talked about. Was never talked about in my family. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to really dealing with mental health, y'all know how black parents are. You know, mamas and daddies. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't paying no bills. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? And as you get older, you realize, like, it's just like, damn, I still feel this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to cope with how I'm feeling. You can't really talk to your parents sometimes, even friends. You know, even you don't really talk to friends. Like, so I really do like admire the fact that both of y'all do have a therapist. That's one of my that's my only really 2022 goal right now, is to tap into a therapist to like start getting my mental, like everything, mental, physical, everything, but more so mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can easily go to the gym and try to just blank out for a second, but you go back home, you back into reality. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a real expressive mechanism, I would say, but that's what's up though.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just take your time,
man. I know it ain't cheap. That's what everybody keeps telling me whenever I ask somebody about therapy. They be like, "Nah, you gotta have some money. You gotta make sure you got some money set aside for that."
It depends if you got like some type of benefits. If not, if you don't got no benefits, then it's gonna be decent. But you can still plan it out, even if you just go once a month. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Just recap that whole month. And it might not be enough. You gotta have your thoughts organized if you ain't going a lot, because it's only an hour most times. So but I'm gonna tell y'all something real. My therapist told me one day. She was like, I was telling her about an argument I had with my girl at the time, and she was like, "This argument, it sounds like you want just answers that she's not able to, like, you're not accepting the answers that she's giving you." And she was like, "You didn't get these from prior conversations." She was like, "There's certain questions that you have for your mom that you never got the answers to. And you think you arguing with your girl, but you're really arguing with your mama. And you're gonna keep arguing with her until you had a conversation with her." You know what I'm saying? With other people. So it be getting deep, and it be accurate though. Like, it be like, cause she's really, collecting this information over months. So she'll bring up something that I said in February. It's November.
Your first
and we
session.
never talked about it again. And she'll bring it up. She's like, you know what? That might be connected to this.
Yeah. And I see that that's a big difference.
With that one, man.
I see that's a big difference between just talking to your homies or talking to a therapist. Like, therapist gonna catch every little thing that you say. You can tell your homie about what's going on, and then a few months later, they probably didn't forgot that you even told them about what happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what's up. I definitely got to tap into it, y'all, because it's well needed. Needed. And I hope that our generation starts looking more into it, to like, just as something to do on the side, just to get your mental together.
For sure. I definitely endorse that message.
For sure.
So talk to me about your clothing line, Forever, because the shirts are dope.
Appreciate it.
How did you come up with the idea? What made you want to, All
right, so FC Network FC stands for Forever Shy, right? Forever Shy Network. And the original name of our first podcast we did was Forever Shy, Never Shy. So we wanted to make merch for it, because we was like, how we gonna make money off the podcast right now until we get on? So it's like the best way is to do live shows and to make merch. So when we started making the merch, I was like, I just took, like, the logo looked a certain way, and I was like, I'm gonna just cut the top, the Forever part, because that looked the rawest to me, and I'm gonna put that on the t-shirt. So it was like, we're just gonna name the whole line Forever. At first it was just merch, it wasn't even a clothing line, but people liked it so much that they was like, man, we want hoodies, we want hats, we want that. I'm like, forget it, we're gonna make it a clothing line, and we just titled it Forever. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope. You can find it on Terry Roseland Podcast. I got the apparel on there. I got some everything on there. Y'all got to hit Terry Roseland Podcast and see what's all on there. But it's podcast, it's sex toys, it's clothing
sex
lines.
Toys.
Oh, you got it all on the website.
Sex toys.
You see how you just threw it in there?
Okay.
So we got hats, we got shirts,
run
we got
that
toys.
back, man. How did you tap into the sex toy industry?
Personal experience. I told you my addiction was in the last situation. So, I be trying, different stuff. I'm somebody that's open in that regard. So, it's just certain stuff that I started off with sex toys with restraints. Like, I was into restraints. You know what I'm saying? Like tying chicks up.
Baddies, y'all listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
everybody.
He on some 50 Shades of Grey shit.
Open the DMs and the ears. Go.
But I mean, and you can get creative though. You don't even gotta buy. So I done tied chicks up with a broomstick and a necktie before. Like
broomstick and a necktie.
Like hog tied.
Right.
But it's
gotta put it on the list.
Once you get into looking for different stuff, and you see all types of different stuff. Like it's stuff that. It's a vibrator you can put in your underwear that a dude got the remote.
Yeah, I know about that.
So once you start getting into that, because most dudes be intimidated by sex toys, but
not a lot, a good majority.
You know,
of them.
but it's a lot of stuff outside of like the dildos and vibrators. That's like entry level stuff.
He ain't lying though.
It's a lot of stuff you can get into with your girl that's satisfying for both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, y'all gotta stop being threatened by a piece of plastic. I was just about to ask
you, like, why do you think that is that guys be so
whoa threatened by a piece of plastic?
Yeah, like when it come down to
I'm
toys.
trying to get in your business now. What's your favorite kind of sex toy?
Right now, it's this thing I saw on my website. It's very cheap and small. It's called the Dream Ring.
The Dream Ring, and you put that around the penis.
Yeah, and it's like a little vibrator
and it vibrate.
On top. Exactly.
Okay.
So it's like a rubber. It's like a rubber, but it's rubber, but it's tight, so it keep your joint hard and erect, like it's being squashed.
I'm familiar.
So it's like that's my favorite thing because it's just work for both parties. Like it's you know what I'm saying.
So why do you think that is that guys get intimidated? A lot of guys are intimidated when it comes down to switching it up in the bedroom and using stuff like toys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of dudes, the first thing they gonna say is like, "I'm enough," but it's like,
my God.
Even if you can make your girl come, it's like she gonna come harder with this though. You know what I'm saying? And like that same orgasm gonna get boring after a while. Just like you busting a nut, we didn't all bust a nut before. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes, if they can't make their girl come and that toy can, or it can make her come faster, they just be intimidated by it. But it's like that's still a piece of plastic, bro. It can't hold her. It can't smack her ass. It can't do nothing that you could do. You know
shit, the rose toy make you think somebody there.
Okay.
But even you could use that on your girl. Yeah. Like you can hit your girl.
But even like they don't. So I know a lot of guys that was just so against even getting into any type of toy, and it's just
an
like,
addition.
dang,
they're not comfortable with themselves.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
And I have dealt with a lot of guys like that. Like
that's
you could tell that they're not comfortable within themselves to be exploring. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they just kind of want to keep it in the same rhythm.
A lot of dudes' main fear be another nigga hit their girl better than them, right? But if you a nigga that you already feel like you enough, plus you add some toys, and most niggas out here scared to do that, she gon' overlove having sex with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you exploring so much different stuff.
And it's the diversity, switching it up. You know what I'm saying? Like
y'all get into it, she leave you, get a new nigga who's scared to do all that. She gonna be back on your line. Like, man, it's cuffing season right now. She gonna be back on your line.
That's facts though. That's facts though.
For real.
Man, listen, let everybody know where they can shop. I'm definitely finna write this down too.
You should have brought us some hoodies up in here, man.
It's all on sale right now too. All the sex toys on sale right now too. So go to terryroseland.com, and we got, if you go to shop, we got apparel, we got sex toys on there. So you know what I'm saying. And my whole podcast, every episode is on my website as well. So y'all go. That's like a one-stop shop. Everything I got. You know what I'm saying.
Tap in. Make sure y'all tap in for sure.
And give out your social media too.
Oh, Terry Roseland, at Terry Roseland, TerryRoseland. You know what I'm saying? Roseland like the neighborhood.
Brown skin, and she tatted up.